Well, good morning. We have a weather alert again, not because of what's happening necessarily now or today, but as we look towards late Monday night and into Tuesday, we do have a rather significant storm possible. Although in looking at some of the latest model data, there's still a lot of disagreement, and some models are saying it's going to be nice and slow and give us a lot of heavy weather. And then the latest run of one of them I was just looking at is saying, oh, no, it's just going to skip on by and just brush us with perhaps maybe 6 to 10 hours worth of snow. So it just depends on a lot of factors, and the models are still trying to resolve it. But here's what the latest thinking is anyway. We are expecting quiet weather at least through Monday afternoon and evening, but then it looks like some form of a nor'easter is going to be coming in Monday evening late. And as it gathers strength and pulls in Atlantic Ocean waters and then makes a lot of snow, and there's going to be plenty of cold air to do that, we do have the potential for seeing some heavy accumulations of snow somewhere in New England. And the consistent thing about the models have been this, is that the farther east you are, the more there's going to be, the more intense the storm would be. And so this would be a storm that especially favors far eastern Massachusetts, places like Cape Ann, the Cape and the islands, for the highest levels of snow and wind, and then up through eastern New Hampshire and into Maine. For us, we would see an effect from the storm, but probably to a lesser degree than those areas to our east. You can see as we look out west of us now, we're starting to see that as the clouds of rain and snow, very just garden variety looking storm right now. But as that scoots down and goes into the Ohio Valley and then comes just to the south of New England, it hits this sweet spot here, and that's where we start to run into trouble because it starts to reform into a more significant storm. Today it's going to be quiet, partly sunny. Make sure you clear off the driveway, because the benefit of the sun will be this, is that sun will be able to melt any just residual stuff that you can't pick up with the shovel anymore. And the driveway should be clean by the end of the day. Then it's cold tonight. Skies will be clear. We'll have a light wind, and that will lead to temperatures down into the teens and even a few upper single digits. Notice how our early warning pinpoint Doppler's quiet now, and it should stay that way today, but by late tomorrow, we could be starting to see some snow already. So our early warning futurecast, tomorrow's weather today through noon today and into the afternoon. Notice how it stays partly sunny. It's a nice Sunday all the way through the end of it. Here's about 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, looking good. Then Monday, we start to see a few clouds filter in here as early as 9 o'clock in the morning. This is still the weak storm that really hasn't started to fire up yet. So this is just the seed of the storm coming in, but it'll already start to spread some clouds in our direction. We might even have some light snow showers, at least skirting across southwestern Connecticut. A few flurries or light snow showers might meander even into the rest of the state through the day on Monday. But I think that anything we would see on Monday would be pretty light and pretty inconsequential. But as we head past that time frame, 7, 8 o'clock at night on Monday, that storm's really starting to gather steam, and you can see what's happening as we're seeing that snow and that northeasterly wind back in on us. And somewhere across New England, some very heavy snow is possible with this as this rounds the bend. Here's about, I'd say 6 p.m. on Tuesday. And again, the track is very important, and so is the length of time this thing sits around. If it scoots off well to the north of us as we head in towards Tuesday evening, we certainly wouldn't see nearly the impacts that we're advertising right here. But at least right now, the possible impact from this storm for a lot of Connecticut would certainly be snow and wind. And then across southeastern Connecticut, maybe even the possibility of blizzard-like conditions, at least for a little while on Tuesday. And then it winds down Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, and then Wednesday assuredly and into Thursday look quiet, just cold and relatively breezy, with highs in the 20s and 30s and lows in the single digits. So that's the way we're seeing it right now. We will have another update.
All right, we continue our coverage on Blizzard Colbie. And if you are a lover of snow, then you are going to certainly love this forecast. Brand new information in with our futurecast. We're going to get right to it. This is going to show basically what the model is outputting as we head through the next 24 to 36 hours. So as we start the animation, takes you through 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. By 9, we're going to see anywhere from, say, 1 to 5 inches across Connecticut. But this is, again, just the beginning. We're expecting to ramp up in a substantial manner overnight and into early tomorrow. So as we stop the clock again at 4 o'clock in the morning, look at how those those totals basically adding 10 inches on top of what I just showed you. So we're already approaching 1.5 feet of snow by 4 o'clock in the morning. Take you a little bit farther in time as we take you to 9 o'clock Tuesday morning. Notice how we're closing in on the 30-inch total for some communities. And as we head through tomorrow late morning, early afternoon, about 24 hours from now, we could see anywhere from around 20 to 30 inches of snow here within the borders of Connecticut. And as we take you through tomorrow afternoon and evening, even additional snow could come down. So this is a computer's opinion of what it thinks is going to happen. And it's a little too early to get too specific, but this area here that you see, the swath of heaviest snow, it could shift a little to the west. It could also shift a little bit to the east. So this is an evolving situation, and why we will, of course, be bringing you the very latest as we head through the coming hours all across all of our platforms. And we are talking about a blizzard, and we're also talking about potential record snowfall. And for the latest on those topics, we want to continue our team coverage with meteorologist Scott Haney.
All right, thanks, Mark. Yeah, everybody's been talking about history, a historic storm. Well, it is going to live up to its name. Let's take you out right now. I do want to show you what's going on. In terms of our daily records, this is for today, 6.2 inches set back in 1949. Now, these are at the official observation sites, Windsor Locks, and 5.2 inches for tomorrow. Well, these are, now we think that there's going to be more than 6 inches on the ground by midnight tonight, so that record might fall, and tomorrow's record is certainly going to fall. For Bridgeport, 6 inches set back in 2011 and 7 inches for tomorrow. So those records are probably going to fall as well. We're talking about the all-time snowiest here. Windsor Locks, 24 inches set back in January 12th of 2011. And Mark, correct me, that was Benedict, correct?
That's Benedict, yes.
That was Benedict. Bridgeport, 30 inches of snow, and that was Charlotte, February 7th and 8th of 2013. So some pretty impressive snowfall totals, and it looks like these records might fall. All right, let's just quickly talk about blizzards. Heavy blowing snow, this is what defines a blizzard. You need at least 3 hours or longer of heavy blowing snow, winds 35 miles an hour or greater, and visibility that will be reduced to 1/4 mile. And Mark, we are certainly going to have conditions like this.
Oh, we are indeed, Scott. It's going to be quite a storm, and we will be here with you every step of the way. Temperatures right now across the state in the teens, and because the air is also very dry, the snow that's going to be coming down is going to be very light and fluffy, and that's why the ratio of liquid to what the snow will end up being is going to be high. We have a wind out of the north-northeast, not too bad right now, 10 to 20 miles an hour. It's going to really get cranking. There's a look at dew point values. The air, again, exceptionally dry in the single digits, if not even below zero. So this is back over the past 12 hours. What we're dealing with right now is the very primary part of this storm, the very beginning, the preliminary part, I should say. As we look a little bit farther down to our south, this is where we have an area of low pressure that is currently beginning to develop. We have high pressure anchored in eastern Canada, and that's going to lock in the cold air, and that is why we are going to see all snow from beginning to end for us here in Connecticut. But this area of low pressure, it's going to bomb out, bombogenesis. It's going to go under rapid intensification as it heads to the northeast and take a track that is going to produce a lot of snow for us here in Connecticut. So here's Futurecast again, showing you through the afternoon and evening, 6 o'clock. Notice how the bands of blue get even darker as we head toward 11 o'clock tonight into the overnight time frame, those darker shades of blue. That's when we're going to see those snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches an hour. And even right on through tomorrow morning, then by tomorrow afternoon, that's when we may start to see the snow beginning to break up and not be as heavy as what we're experiencing tonight into early tomorrow morning. And even by 11 o'clock tomorrow night for your Tuesday, late in the day, still some lingering snow shower activity. Wednesday afternoon, we get some clearing. Thursday, we cloud back up. Another system, one that will pale in comparison, could produce a little bit more snow Thursday night to Friday. And then, Kara, our latest model is actually painting a scenario that could include more measurable, plowable snow by late in the weekend and into Monday of next week. And temperatures are going to be a big story as well because they're going to be quite chilly. So the snow, it's not going to be melting or going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay. Well, keep it here. We will keep everyone informed.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mark. We'll be right back. Is already causing a lot of concern before the blizzard barrels right into our state. Cities and towns are prepping. Schools are canceling. A lot of early dismissals as well. Plenty of people here in Connecticut are scrambling to get ready for this big storm. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Matt McFarland is getting ready, too. He's with our mobile newsroom in Middletown. Good morning.
Good morning. Still a number of hours before all that heavy snow makes its way into Connecticut, but a number of folks, they were hitting the supermarkets last night and probably early this morning because they say when that snow finally does make it here, well, they want to be prepared. Before buckling down for blizzard, Colbie Ashley Zeb decided to stop by this price chopper in Middletown. And throughout the state, many had that exact same idea.
It's crazy. It's the longest line I've ever waited in. I got water and canned goods.
Right now, all across Connecticut, the roads are clean and clear, but in 24 hours, it will be quite different. In Norwich, the city's emergency management director says they're making plans and prepping for a potentially historic snowfall.
The National Weather Service is pretty much telling us to look in the area of 24 to 30 inches. This rivals the blizzard of 78.
Governor Malloy has ordered the Emergency Operations Center to open up at 4 this afternoon. And statewide, we can expect school closings and parking bans on city streets as crews will be working around the clock trying to keep up with all the snow. Back in Middletown, its mayor says they will be ready, with more than 40 trucks ready to clear its nearly 200 miles of roadway. And that's not all.
Part of the reason we bought the additional $45,000 snowblower was because we knew when we got a massive storm like the one we got 2 years ago, we need to have more snowblowers available in order to clear the road.
And you can't stress it enough, once that snow finally starts coming here, it's your best bet to stay home and stay off the roads. Now, Governor Malloy, he'll be giving a press briefing in advance of the blizzard later this morning, and that is scheduled for 10 o'clock at the State Armory's Emergency Operations Center. Of course, we will take that live when it happens, and we'll have complete coverage of Blizzard Colbie both on air and online at WFSB.com. We're live with the mobile newsroom in Middletown. Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Matt, thank you. Governor Malloy is urging people to be prepared for the approaching blizzard. The Department of Transportation will have its entire fleet of snowplows, including 12 loader-mounted snowblowers, prepared to deal with all the snow coming our way. He has also ordered the state's Emergency Operations Center to be activated today. At 4 p.m., he's going to be holding a briefing. And at 10 a.m., as Matt just mentioned, he's going to have an update on the state's preparations for Blizzard Colbie. You can watch that news conference live at 10 a.m. this morning, right here on Channel 3. And keep it right here on Channel 3. We have you covered. We've got everything you need here on Channel 3, getting ready for Blizzard Colbie. Don't forget, we want to see your Blizzard Colbie pictures. Just post them on Facebook or Twitter with the hashtag Blizzard Colbie. Channel 3 Eyewitness News. We'll be right back.
All right, good morning, everybody. A blizzard warning has been posted for the entire state. 6:45. It's time to rise and shine and get ready for a rough day of weather. We're expecting 2 feet of snow. Nicole, did you ever see 2 feet of snow before?
I have.
Does it look anything like this?
Oh, wow.
Yep, that's 2 feet of snow.
That is
right
my
there.
favorite picture of all time.
It's great.
One of our viewers, Paul, sent this in. Yes, thank you, Paul. 2 feet.
What is that?
I don't know where that is, and it doesn't make a difference. It's
That's
just
what's
funny.
coming our way.
That's what's coming our way. And if you can replicate this, please send it in. All right, today, light snow develops later. We've got to have a sense of humor as we're going into the storm, because it's one for the record books, ladies and gentlemen, with as much as 30 inches of snow possible in parts of Connecticut. Late tonight through tomorrow, that's when travel becomes nearly impossible. Late tonight, we could have about 3 to 4 or 5 inches of snow on the ground by about midnight, but it's tomorrow morning that's really the problem. From 6 a.m. to about 12 noon, that's when we're really going to start to see the heaviest of the snow kicking into the state. Let me repeat that. It's tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 12 noon. That's when the heaviest of the snow is going to be making its way into Connecticut. All right, let's take you out a little bit further. 7 p.m. to tonight to 2 p.m. tomorrow. That's when the heavy snow will arrive in bands. But again, really tomorrow morning is the trouble time. So everybody will be off the roads. Schools will be closed. Nobody's going to be outside. And we're expecting high winds, north-northeast 20 to 30 miles an hour, sustained with gusts of 45 miles an hour for a prolonged period of time. Not just an hour or not just a minute, but, for like 3, 4, 5, maybe even longer hours of sustained winds. Visibility near zero with 2 to 3 inches of snow coming down an hour. Incredible. All right, more headlines. Expect some light snow through the afternoon. We're not getting any reports of any flurries out there this morning, although it's showing up on early warning pinpoint Doppler. The snow gets heavy tonight, and then a blizzard during the day tomorrow. That's winds and snow and just an absolute mess. Driving around this morning, good to go. Partly to mostly cloudy skies. You'll need the heaters on as it's pretty chilly out there. Temperatures are in the mid to upper teens and low 20s, but there is a sustained wind out there, anywhere from 8 to 14 to 15 miles an hour, and that's a little tough. It feels, look at how cold it is. This is what it feels like. Oh. Isn't that terrible?
You can just feel it in the air, though, when you walk out.
You can feel it and you can smell it. The snow is coming. Hartford, ICAM, good morning to you. Mostly overcast conditions there. We'll take you to Waterbury right now. Good morning to you. And then we'll take you to the local radar, which does try and show some light snow pushing into the area, but it's not really succeeding, which is good news. Now, storm number 1, this is an area of low pressure that's kind of fading. What it's going to do is it's going to transfer its energy to a developing area of low pressure, which is out over the open waters of the Atlantic. That's going to form and intensify during the day today, and that's going to sweep up the coast tonight, through the day tomorrow, and into Wednesday morning. So it's going to be real tough out there, especially tomorrow morning before the storm system pulls up and away Tuesday night through Wednesday. But boy, let me tell you, we're going to get feet of snow here. There's the weak storm. It's making its way out into the open waters of the Atlantic. You can start to see a little bit of formation, a little bit of shower activity out over Florida. But all in all, we're doing just fine out there this morning. Let's watch early warning futurecast. This is tomorrow's weather today. I want to bring this back in time. We'll show you what's going on out there. Hang on one second. All right, so through about 3 p.m., 3:34, let's take you into 6:45 tonight. 1.5 to 2.5 inches of snow in southwest Connecticut. Everybody else is getting lighter amounts. Let's march ahead here to midnight. This is midnight tonight. Again, light amounts of snow, 1 to 2. So at midnight tonight, you're going to be like, where's the snow? Where's the snow? Where's the snow? Even tomorrow morning when you wake up, not too impressive in terms of snowfall. Like, let's say you get up with us at 4 a.m. I mean, we're talking about 4 to 6 inches of snow on the ground. Not horrible, but certainly enough to snarl up the morning ride. And hopefully there won't be a morning ride tomorrow because everybody will stay home. Because look what happens in the morning, during the morning, late morning. This is 8:39. Look at these snowfall totals starting to gang up on us. We're talking 13, 14, 16, 18, 20 inches of snow by tomorrow afternoon. And I think these are light prognostications. Light. I think the amounts are going to be much heavier in parts of northwest and southwest Connecticut. So today, the calm before the storm. Tonight, blizzard starts to kick in. The winds start picking up. Tomorrow, massive amounts of snow enter the state. That'll all end by Wednesday morning, and then Wednesday and Thursday, it'll be 2 beautiful days. Maybe some more snow on Friday morning that could snarl up the morning commute, and then the weekend turns out to be pretty good. But statewide, 15 to 30 inches of snow on the way for tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, Nicole, not going to be a good time to be out and about.
Our team coverage on Blizzard Colbie. The governor is making plans for this impending storm. He's opened the Emergency Operations Center. This morning, he laid out the plans to keep people safe on the roads, and that includes staying off the roads. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Susan Rath is live with our mobile newsroom at the State Armory in Hartford. Susan?
Kara, that's right. Governor Malloy was here early this morning talking about safety, and one of the first things he did was talk about staying off the roads. He has implemented a ban on the roads at 9 o'clock tonight, urging all vehicles to stay off the highways and roads. The only vehicles he would like to see or says are necessary would be emergency vehicles and obviously snow plows. This is a big concern for the governor. He says we've been down this road before and we've had snow blizzards, and one of the things that's very, very important, obviously, is that people stay off the roads. Now, the governor has been working throughout the night trying to coordinate resources.
Connecticut's Division of Emergency Management and Homeland Security is monitoring this storm very closely and coordinating the state response. They are participating in National Weather Service conference calls to get the latest information on the storm track and will continue to send out regular updates to towns and cities.
The Department of Transportation, we're told, has all of their trucks out. They will be out throughout the storm, about 600 crews. As for trains, Metro North, we're told they will be running today. In fact, they will have extra trains between 1 and 5 p.m. because they want to get people on those trains and get them home. As for more public transportation, buses in the state of Connecticut, 8 o'clock tonight. They will run until 8 o'clock tonight, and then bus service will be suspended. As for the power companies, Governor Malloy says he has spoken to Northeast Utilities and United Illuminating. All tell us they have crews from out of state and even Canada on standby in case there are power outages, which obviously we are anticipating. Governor Malloy will be back here at 5 o'clock tonight to update us on the storm and tell us what plans are being made. Obviously, again, the ban on the road starts at 9 o'clock tonight.